Beauty photography is one of my favorite things to do. It can be very simple, or we can complicate things a bit by using exotic light shapers. We can put in flags, nets, gels. It's almost like lighting a still life. And I started off in still life. So sometimes when I just get to light the face, it's an amazing feeling to be able to kind of use all these little tricks. And oftentimes people say, okay, how do you use multiple lights? I know for some advanced users, you're saying, well, that's easy how to use multiple lights. But for someone who's not that advanced, it could be an honest question. And I was able to dial in this entire setup using the Sekonic L-308X and these Elinchrom ELB 500s. So let me break down my setup and kind of what everything is doing. Up here, you're gonna see I had a light on an HP reflector, which is acting as my main light. It by itself gives us beautiful light. But in spicing it up a little bit, I started adding a few things. So the first thing I added was a red gel that I have taped to a net. I just swung that in, which is giving us like this cool red line on our model's face. Next, after that, I added in a net. Why did I do that? I wanted to bring more of the exposure to her face and off of her shoulder. And so this little net right here, I just kind of swing it in to take some of the light off of her shoulder. Next, I added a red gel, which is on a snoot. I'm using the snoot because I just want like a kiss of light on the back of her shoulders and the back of her neck and spilling up onto her hair. And then I add in another edge light with a warming gel. Again, this is giving further separation from the background. And I added a warming gel so we're still in the warm reds, and it just kind of like comes around her, but there's still some separation from the red. I'm using a grid on the strip box. What the grid enables me to do is control the light just a little bit more. Also, in terms of my background, there's no need to be complicated here. I'm basically using a 4x4 flag, which has a black duvetine material on it, which really eats up light. So I can have it really close to our model and still get a very dark black background. In this setup, I always like to get more than one look out of one setup. You saw there are multiple looks that we had contained in this one setup as I started peeling things away. And so that's this setup in a nutshell. What I really wanted to do here was start with very simple lighting that you could do with just a simple speed light in place of the HP reflector if you wanted to. But by adding in all these components, you're able to get this really, really dynamic lighting in this 3-light setup. By taking away light, sometimes it looks like we've added a light. And so by using these flags here, we're able to get a completely different look and sculpt the light around our model. Next, we're gonna get into exposure. So on Heather, I did something completely different. So previously, when I was doing this shot with Nikki, I was doing a lot of things, playing with moving things in and out, turning lights on and off. With Heather, I wanted to play with exposure. Previously, what was our main light now just kind of became our accent light, and our accent light with the warming gel now became our main light. How did I do this? I want to dial our main light down 3 stops. Instead of guessing, I metered it, so by the time I took the next picture, I knew exactly where I wanted to end up. Another trick here, when I was using the red gel that was swung in front of our model, I removed it when I did the other shoot with Heather here because I just wanted that light to come all the way around and I no longer wanted that red gel. But another trick to this shot is have a mirror set up for your model. What the mirror enables me to do is tell my model where to look so she can dial in the red gel on her face instead of me having to constantly adjust her. I can say, just put your half of your face in red. She looks at the mirror, half of her face is red, and we're good to go. I know sometimes we don't want our models looking on mirrors on set. It can make them overly conscientious, but in an instance like this, where you have like all these little flags and you need her to hit a particular mark, a mirror can be unbelievable when you have your model hit just like a really small mark. So to wrap this up, there's a lot you can do with just one light. Start there so you learn how to pose and interact with your model and get expressions. But when you're ready to move up, easily add in multiple lights, add in gels, add in flags, add in nets, and you can get some really creative results. And once you get those results, remember to meter them so that you can repeat them over and over again, and you don't spend a lot of time trying to dial them in by taking many shots.